The next person I want to introduce to you guys, I'm so excited for you guys to meet Cherie. Cherie has only been in the academy for 3 months. That's it, 3 months. When she started in the academy, her blood sugars were in the high 300s, like consistently. And she is on quite a few medications. However, in just 3 months, actually 2.5 months, because I don't have her updated stats because we have updated stats this weekend. So it could actually be better than this. But for the 2 month period, in 2 months, her blood sugars now are in the hundreds where, they're coming down. She's lost 24 pounds. She's lost 16 inches. This is in 2 months. She is off 2.5 medications in 2 months. 2 months, you guys. So let's bring on Cherie because I want you to meet her and she is going to inspire you guys more than you know. So Cherie, come on, sister. Let's talk. I'm so excited, Cherie.
Amy, I don't think I have my.
I hear you. So now we just gotta, here we go. Oops. I'll have her sign in again. I think I just bumped her off. Cherie, re-sign in again. So anyway, I can't wait for you to meet Cherie because she's only been in the academy for 2 months and the amazing results she's gotten are incredible. So I'll wait for her to hop back on here. Promote the panelist. Allow to talk. No, not Debbie. Okay, Deb, I'm going to
Okay.
remove it. Oops. Hold on a second. I accidentally there. Thank you, Debbie. Okay. Hi, Cherie. Little
Hi.
technical, this is live. It is what it is. It's okay. But hi,
Almost
darling.
to a, hello. I'm almost to a spot where you could see me better, but I'm driving home.
Yeah, turn your dome
I
light
thought
on or something so the ladies can see you. Are you gonna pull over?
I'm almost to my house, so when I pull in the garage, you'll be able to see me better.
Okay, cool. So I'm so excited for you to talk to the ladies, even if you're in the dark right now. I know that won't be forever. But
Yeah.
I was just sharing with them, you've only been in the academy for 2.5 months, 2 months,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're already down 24 pounds and 16 inches. However, we have a check-in this weekend, so it'll probably be more. But
Yep.
you're off 2.5 medications in only 2 months. How do you feel about that?
I feel wonderful about it. The doctor just kept adding more and more drugs and upping the milligrams. And, you were talking about metformin earlier, and that is the most scary drug that I know that I was on because it causes dementia in long-term use. And so it's my goal to get completely off of that. And I'm already down to half dose of it. So I don't take my glyperide anymore. I don't take my Actos anymore. I'm on half dose of metformin and a half dose of my Victoza injection. Sorry, I'm on a bumpy. So talk about saving money for one.
Right.
You I know some people think about the price of the academy, but in the end, you're going to be saving money because one, you're not going to be eating as much. You're going to save on groceries. Two, you're going to save an immense amount of money on your medications. And it's just the fact that you feel good and that you're not as tired and, the brain fog. Yes, brain fog.
Yeah,
Definitely.
talk about some of the symptoms you had because I know when we first started the academy, you had quite a few that were very unpleasant. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Yeah, not to, TMI or anything, but let's be open and honest here. I would be constipated 1 minute and then the next minute have watery bowel, just like a water spigot. And that is one of the side effects of metformin. And so
Oh, Cherie, you're cutting out, sister. Cherie, you're cutting out. Cherie. Cherie, you're cutting out, honey. Hold on, everybody. We'll get her back. Cherie. Welcome to live, everybody. Just hold on a second. We'll get her back.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
No, you got at the minute you got out of your car, you got cut off.
Yeah.
There was no sound.
Right.
So
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's okay. So start where you left off about, you said not too much TMI, but you used to have start with that.
All right. I used to be constipated 1 minute and then have like a water spigot the next. My stomach was constantly bothering me. Tired all the time. And I feel like I was depressed, you just don't feel good. And I had so much inflammation in my body, so much pain all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, now I feel like a different person.
How do you feel now? Just after 2 months, what are the changes been?
I have more energy, definitely. And this isn't necessarily because of the diet, but it's because of all the other stuff that you incorporate in the academy. I feel better about myself. If I do make a mistake, I don't beat myself up about it. Mm-hmm. Because in the past, I would make a mistake and then I'd be like, oh, I'm done. But you've taught me that it's okay to make mistakes, but mm-hmm. you move on and you learn from those mistakes. Yeah. So yeah, I feel good about myself, better about myself, and healthier.
So what was it that kind of drew you to the point where like, I am done, I can't do this on my own anymore? Because you tried to do it, you tried on your own, or have you tried other programs before?
Yes, I have. There was a program through work that I did really well on for the first 3 months. And then I just got tired of the program and went back to my eating habits. And also, things happen in life. And I'm a food addict, a recovering food addict. Hi, baby. And so I would use food as my comfort. I would use food whenever something bad would happen in my life. I would turn to food. And I had 2 siblings that committed suicide. My mom had health problems. We went through some things with her. And so right back to the food I went, because those programs were great and good on the eating side, but they didn't teach me anything on how to deal with things emotionally and to stop using food as a crutch.
So let's talk just a little bit about that, because actually my next segment, I'm talking about the emotional eating cycle, and you don't have to get too personal, but just let's talk a little bit about, because I've said this before, not only to you guys, but to everybody in this group, that 99.5% of the women in this group, without knowing for certain, but I pretty much do for certain, know that they have an unrealistic relationship with food. Because if you didn't have an unrealistic relationship with food, you wouldn't be overweight, you wouldn't have diabetes, and you wouldn't, honestly, because diabetes is a nutritional disease. So can we talk a little bit about that? Can you talk a little bit about how that has helped you, how the Academy has helped you deal with that?
Well, it's taught me that it's okay to have feelings and you don't have to push them down with food. You can work through them, and it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel upset, but you work through those feelings and change your thought process, and don't use food to help you through something.
Right.
So that has been a major change for me. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm more thoughtful about what I eat and why I'm eating it. Yeah. So that has helped me immensely.
Well, the other thing is, you've been we all have, we're 30, 40, 50 years old. We've had these habits that have not been serving us for many, many, many years.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
it takes a little bit of time to reprogram the brain, which is why we do the O in the Academy, Oh My Mind, because it's reprogramming that. And just in 2 months, the amazing progress you've made is because of that work that you're doing.
Right, right. And to know that I'm worth it, that for the longest time, I was worried about my kids' health, my husband's health, my mom's health, and I didn't care about my own, but I'm worth it. I matter, and if something were to happen to me because I didn't get this under control, my family would be devastated. So I'm hurting them more than I thought when I was concerned about all their health and everything. But you have to think about yourself, and you have to take care of yourself so that you are able to be there for your loved ones.
Is that kind of what the last straw was for you when you decided to take care of you and join the Academy? Was your family, or what was it?
Yeah, my hard why is to get better for myself so that I can be there for my family, because I was killing myself. My sugars were in the high 300s, but sometimes they were in the 400s, and that's bad. That's bad for your body. When you have high blood sugars, it affects a lot of stuff in your body, your other organs, your eyes, your circulation, your blood pressure, all of that stuff is affected. And I started thinking, am I even going to be alive in 10 years? What am I doing to myself? My family would be devastated if I died because I couldn't get control over what I was doing to my body.
I hear you, sister. It's a lot, and and the fact that you made the decision to finally do something about it, I commend you for, because that's where you were at. You were just like, if I don't do something about this now, it's going to get worse. I'm going to get neuropathy. I'm going to end up probably getting amputations, and that's devastating.
Yeah, that was really scary, because there was a gentleman where I work at that had his leg amputated due to complications from diabetes, and it wasn't within that same year he had passed away. So, it was kind of a reality check. And then when I saw Angie, who's also in the Academy, I saw the results that she was having, and she just spoke very highly of you and what you had done for her and changed her life. I saw the results, and we had always talked about our blood sugars anyway, on and off. And when she told me that hers were under control and she was all her medications except her thyroid medication, that was like, are you serious? What's different? And, so I'm like, I got to try this. And I'm so glad that I did. And it also helps that there's other women in the group. They know exactly how you're feeling. They know they have issues with food too, so they know exactly what you're going through.
Right.
And there's no judgment. There's no, oh, you should be able to control your eating, because there's people out there that are skinny minis and in the best of health that think it's all simple to control, just don't eat as much, just don't eat that, and it's not just about the food, it's the emotional and the mental mindset, and you have helped immensely with that.
Yeah. So for all of you guys watching, if you have a question for Cherie, go ahead and type it in right now, and we are more than willing to ask her a question. But here's what I want to ask you. Are you just like blown away at yourself in only 2 months, losing, 24 pounds, 16 inches? Your blood sugars now are averaging in the hundreds, and you're off, all these medications that we're giving you, side effects and your blood sugars were still high on medications, and now they're low without them. Are you just blown away at yourself? I mean, it's okay to brag a little bit about yourself, Cherie. I'm just saying.
I am really blown away, because I figured it'd take a year or more to be able to get off medications. And just because of you teaching us about the intermittent fasting and the extended fasting, you know, the health benefits of that for my body. And I saw my numbers going down, down, down. And they go up when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But that's another wonderful thing about the group, is that if you're open and honest, you become more accountable to yourself for what you're doing to yourself.
Yeah.
And it helps being open and honest and getting it out there and getting it off your chest and moving on from that. So, but yeah, I never thought that I would get off that many medications that fast.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing when you give your body what it needs. It
Yeah.
wants to heal itself, and
Yeah.
you're providing it with that by following the steps that we're doing. And that's why, you know, you're getting results. You know, and I say this all the time too, Cherie, and you know this, that this is a process. Although you do get results pretty instantly, almost everybody does, where the real challenge, because the first 2 or 3 months is not, I mean, you guys say it's not that hard, and some of you say it's kind of hard, some of you it's not. But where the real work is going to start to come in now is as you get better, because if you don't retrain the old habits, you're going to want to go back to them. So we got to
Right.
retrain that and reprogram, and that's where the work, you know, is going to be happening. And that's why I always tell people this is a journey, and I try my best to help you guys enjoy the journey while you're learning and changing these habits. And I try to make it not simple, but easier. I try to make the process easier, because pick your hard. I mean, people say this might be hard, but it's harder being on 2.5 more medications. It's harder being 24 pounds heavier. It's harder having, you know, high blood sugars in the 400s, having fatigue and not being able to spend time with your family because you're so flipping tired all the time, right?
Yeah, right. And if you have a food addiction, it is going to be hard. But like you said, that hard is nothing compared to what my health was like. You know, and I go through withdrawal. You know, there's times when I'm grumpy and pouty and I want that, you know, but I'm learning to deal with that because of the steps that you have given me. And I just, you know, food, I'm learning so much that food is a fuel, not not a pleasure. You know, you don't eat food to find your pleasure. You do other things to find pleasure in your life. So
it's that dopamine hit, right? We love our dopamine hits, but we try to find it in other areas other than food, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Cherie, you know, do you have any questions for Cherie? We have some questions for you, Cherie.
Okay.
Francine Davenport asks, okay, this is probably a question for me, Cherie, but you can, you know, you can chime in too, because you had the same question for me in the academy when you joined. But she wants to know why blood sugars are higher in the morning, and it's a pretty simple answer. However, it's not a short answer. So the answer is if you have diabetes, insulin resistance, or prediabetes, you have what's called the Don phenomenon, which means that blood sugars are increasing in the morning because you have diabetes, insulin resistance, or type 1 or type 2. However, when they're higher in the morning, it's due to something called our circadian rhythm. I don't want to get too technical here, but you have to understand that every night when you go to bed between the hours of 3 and 8 a.m., your body starts to release hormones in your body that automatically release blood sugar from your liver, so that because these hormones are designed to help you get up in the morning. If you didn't have these hormones, you want to sleep all day. So your body is liver dumping, and it's called the Don phenomenon. That's why your blood sugars are high in the morning. Now, once you reverse your diabetes and once we reverse your insulin resistance, you won't have the Don phenomenon anymore, okay? Because your body will be able to manage sugar better. So that's why, and I absolutely, you know, we will help you with that in the academy, because your goal is to try to get those blood sugars under 100 in the morning. So if they're above 100, you still have the Down phenomenon. That's all there is to it. So, right, Cherie girl?
Yep, and I'm still working on that. So.
I love how raw and real this is. You're like driving in your car and then you're walking to your you're walking to
I
your
know.
whatever, and then you're taking your dog out because he's got to go potty. I love the real rawness. This is just what we do. This is
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
do in the academy, sister. We
yeah,
just are, we're raw, we're real, and we just that's how we are.
yeah. And I feel like we're family, you know, so it's like talking one-on-one with family.
And last
But yeah,
question for you too. Let's talk about if there's any other questions, let me know, Mark. But the last question. Let's actually talk about, you know, why is the interaction and the one-on-one so key? Why has that been key for you in getting the results that you have had?
well, as long as you're honest and open, um, I feel like the one-on-one makes me more accountable for what I'm doing and what I'm putting into my mouth. And I feel like I count, you know, like I'm important. You care about each one of your clients, and you can tell that by the way you help us, by the way you worry about us, you know, and you know how to read when people are struggling. And it just helps to have that. It helps to have someone that cares check in on you, tell you what you can try differently, you know, have you work through the steps of figuring out why I ate that when I did, you know, because I'm so used to just doing it that I didn't stop and think, well, it's because I'm feeling this way.
Right.
And you've helped me to recognize that. And so I just, I feel like I'm an important part, like I'm important to you in that I matter and you want me to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That's
Yes.
very true. I
Yeah.
mean, yes. Like I said earlier, you know, your results inspire. That's what lights me up. That's the only thing I want for any of you ladies who end up joining our academy. That's the only thing I want, is for you guys to feel better, because I do know what it's like not to feel good.
Yeah.
I can empathize with all of you guys. However, like you said, I also do know when you guys need to be pushed and when you guys need to quit playing the victim. And, you know, I call you out on some stuff, but it's all
Yeah.
because I love you and I want you to change and get better.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're awesome. Thank you for sharing your story. Love
Thank
it.
you for letting me.
And yeah, and again, we'll see you a little bit later.
I just weighed myself, by the way.
Oh my gosh, tell me, how many
It's
more
down.
pounds can we add to that 24?
Let's see, 298. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 more pounds? Okay,
Yes.
so now it's 29 pounds you've lost.
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome. All right, Cherie girl, that's amazing. And then I'm
Yes.
sorry you didn't do your inches yet, but so see, that's why I only said that was 2 months worth of results. So now
Yeah.
when I do the report this weekend, 3 months, it'll be almost 29 pounds, and then you'll be down more inches. And there you go. See,
I know. It's amazing. Thank you so much, Terry. You were the best thing that's happened to me in a long time, and I appreciate the commitment that you have to us and to this program.
I love you.
Love you.
Thank you for sharing. All right, now I'm going to go I'm going to put you as a role attendee. So have a good night, and
bye, everybody.
yeah, bye.